Every day in the mirror I see a woman, and every time I look in my mind I see that woman, a wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature, beautiful woman.
Let's close our eyes and sleep. Our Master and Lord Savior, we thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us here safely. As we are about to start this program, we pray that you give us the spirit of understanding to imbibe everything that we'll be discussing. We start this program in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. Alright, so moving on, we invite our sister Becky to give us a brief introduction of Kampusstyle.
Madam Chairperson, invited speakers, the ex-Housing President of this prestigious technical university, the CEO of Kampusstyle, the Women's Commissioner of ATU, distinguished ladies, you are welcome to the maiden edition of the Perfect E, an all-ladies seminar which seeks to empower young ladies on various technical university campuses across the country. The Perfect Lady Seminar has been in the pipeline for quite some time now because Kampusstyle believes in the capabilities of young ladies in this country as a whole. The main purpose of this all-ladies seminar are to encourage young university ladies to take up meaningful risks, to boost the confidence of ladies in universities about their capabilities that align dominance in them, to create awareness among ladies in universities that success in life does not only depend on formal education, to enlighten ladies in universities on their abilities to expand economically. The main edition of this seminar will have our invited speakers starting with the theme, a woman with a vision and a mission. I will conclude with a quote from Hillary Rodham Clinton, a famous world figure and American politician who believes in the strong capabilities of women. She said, and I quote, "Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world." It is my hope and prayer that this seminar will bring the best in us and further help us to rediscover more of us as women or ladies. Welcome once again and enjoy the program. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Anita and I am an upcoming artist. I've actually released 2 songs of mine already and I'm about to perform one of it for you. It is titled Darkest Night. Please enjoy.
is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the honor done me to chair this program. Though it came late as a short notice, I hope that I shall do my best to try and contain the atmosphere. However, to try and then I need your help as we all partake in this program. However, I need your cooperation to make this program success. I accept the chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. All right, so moving on. Our first speaker. She's a very beautiful lady, a 25-year-old broadcast journalist with the GH1 TV and a co-host of Miss Malaika Ghana. She graduated from the Ghana Institute of Journalism in the year 2017. She has worked with brands like GTV, Venom Mineral Water, and Infinix Ghana as a brand ambassador. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly help me introduce Madam Anita Akuffo.
Thanks so much, darling. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Like the beautiful lady introduced me, my name is Anita Akuffo, and it's an absolute delight to be here, seeing you ladies here. And trust me, the very first time I was told about this event, I didn't even have to think twice about it. I just jumped on it because anytime there's an opportunity to talk to young ladies who are like my sisters, I feel it's an honor and a privilege because in this era, this century, this time we're in, a lot of young ladies are going wayward. And it's quite sad for me personally because I believe we can all not be perfect, but we can live a life that in the next 5, 10, 15 years, when you look back, you will be proud of. Sorry if I didn't say good evening to my sister and my father, to mzgee, and also to our chairwoman for the night, and also beautiful lady, can I hear you? Can I hear you? And Miss Tina, thank you so much. Well, ladies, I want this to be as interactive as possible. I don't know why, but this is trying to block my shine. But yeah, I think I'll come forward. I'll start off by talking about what I want to talk about this evening, using my life and my journey so far as an example. When I was growing up, I wanted to become a teacher. I mean, an English teacher, I must say. It was very awkward. And the first time I told my dad, I mean, the kind of reaction I got from him was very bad. And I had to sit down and rethink what exactly I wanted to do because I love languages, I love to talk. And I want to become a teacher. I mean, I'll be able to interact with people as and when, I mean, every single day. And this one was like, no. So, from primary, junior high school till senior high school, I didn't know what I wanted to become in life. I didn't know. Coupled with the fact that after junior high school, I wanted to go to Vantaman, I didn't get. And I was pushed to a school I didn't even want to attend, West Grammar Senior High School, which was a walking distance from my house. I wanted to be a boarder. So everything from the beginning was the opposite of what I really wanted. And so, finally, I decided to go to the West Grammar. I got there, and they were like, the general arts class is full. I mean, you want to do general arts, but the only options are home econs and agric. I wanted to do agric. My father said, no, do home econs. And I'm like, home econs, it just didn't sit well with me. And then I decided to opt for home econs. I hope this is better. Okay, so I decided to sit in the class. First year was terrible for me. I didn't know how I was able to pull through. So at the end of the first year, I asked one of our teachers, is it possible that if I want to switch courses, if I'm going to the university and do something else, is it possible? She was like, yes, it's possible, just get the grades. And I was like, no problem. So in class, I was reading. When it comes to discussions, I'll just be so active in it. And then I was very active when it comes to entertainment as well. But in my school, entertainment was just for boarders. And the mistake I made, one big mistake that I regret so much sometimes, is I went for the entertainment that's meant for the boarders, and I was suspended in school. I was suspended for almost a month. Initially, it was indefinite, meaning that if the school decides to call you back, fine. If they don't, fine. I came back with trouble from my father. And I came back to the school. I knew this wasn't something I did wrong. I went to host the event, which was also a way of building up myself, and I got suspended. So when I came back to the school, you know how on campus, the moment such things happen to you, they tell you as a bad girl, she's this, she's that. I had to redeem my image. And then on campus, we had this thing we were doing. It was about reading news and all of that. I decided to take a try and then read the news in front of the whole school one Thursday morning. I remember so well. So I went with my papers and everything to read the international news. And afterwards, everybody was back. And I was like, oh, did I do that, girl? So afterwards, our assistant headmaster came out to me and said, don't allow friends and certain things take you off from what you are expected to do or what is destined for you. So afterwards, still doing my home economics through to level Form 4. I did the 4 years. Unfortunately for me, it was terrible. So after the 4 years, my dad is like, you're going to University of Ghana. You're either doing business administration or you're doing something on foods and nutrition. I'm like, no, this time around, I want to stand up for myself. And at that point, I had come to realize that this is what I want to do. There's something within me that I can do so well, and it comes effortlessly. That is talking. What can I channel that into? Journalism. That was when I settled, to go to GIG, and that was also a problem. And I know most of you here, you have that problem as well. You want to do this. Your parents are like, no, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. First year, we were buying legal forms. I knew very well that looking at my grades, the University of Ghana, all for me. But just to please my dad, I was like, no problem, but I want to teach this man a lesson. I bought the forms, the list came out, I went to the school, my name wasn't on the board. For somebody who is going to university, I was supposed to be sad. Unfortunately, I wasn't. I was so happy. Next year, this man again says I should go and buy University of Ghana forms. I'm like, hell no. I went straight to GIG, bought my forms, filled it. My mom had no idea, my dad had no idea. I got people to stand in for me. I made sure the forms were filled. I took it to the school. Now the problem was to tell my dad. I waited. Admissions came out and someone called me, hey, your name is on the notice board. And I was like, let me tell him, if he says he won't allow me to go, I'll find a way and go. And so I told him, he was like, look, I'm not paying your fees. Forget about it. Not that he doesn't have the money. He can pay. He just doesn't want me to become a journalist because, journalism, journalism is this, journalism is that. I was like, no problem. Fortunately, I had the support of my mom. I went through level 100, 200, still with my mind made up that if I don't become that journalist, is just nothing else. Level 200, normal campus girls doing my thing. I decided to go for Miss Malika. So that is trying, never stopping. Trying, never stopping. When I went for Malika, I knew that at that time, GH1 was owned by Charterhouse. I was like, at the end of the day, even if I don't win it, I must find myself on TV. It's a must. With or without a crown, I must be on TV. So whenever the camera is put on me, sister, Mary Grove, I will talk. And so there was one particular lady who was part of the organizers. After our first shoot, she told me, Anita, I'll put you on TV. I thought, it's one of those things. Like I was saying, grand finale, I didn't win. I didn't make it to top 5. My dad came again. It was terrible for me. After Malika, I lost weight. I fell ill. But sometimes not getting what you want or things not going the way you want it to go is always a blessing in disguise. When I didn't win, it pushed me. It pushed me so hard that I felt like, no, I will prove a point. And so, I went back to school, so I won't be teasing me. I won't be streaming. In Ghana, once you go for a project or something, you don't just way. Fine, maybe. So I was still on campus, doing my things, going for lectures and all of that. And then one day I got a call from this same lady that told me she put me on TV. Like, oh, there's some of this shit going on, That time, Bella was hosting tertiary, so they wanted me to do a small segment on it. Unfortunately, that day, I had an eye I couldn't do. I'm like, hey, I'm here before day. I already met you. So I decided that, no problem. That one, I lost it. And then she came again with another one. I started hosting Fashion GH. And the very first time I walked into the offices of Fashion GH, that wasn't what I really wanted to do as in TV presenting, but it came. There was an opportunity that came. So that takes me to my next point, grabbing opportunities. There's nothing like a small opportunity. There's nothing like a big opportunity. Every opportunity is an opportunity. Somebody may get an opportunity you think is big, and the person can make nothing out of it. You may get something people see as useless, as small, but what you can make out of it. Fashion GH was the beginning of the best years of my life. But when I started, and the very first time I walked into their office, the previous host, they made them do one or two things. I watched it, they were like, oh, next week we are putting you on. I'm like, hey, mzgee, they didn't teach me how to do TV presenting. They didn't teach me anything about those things. How do I do it? I went online, watching stuff, and I came back. My first recording, it was terrible. Sister, I was sweating. It was so bad. And at that point, I wasn't even thinking about money. The thought of doing this and starting from somewhere was fulfilling enough for me. And if I tell some of you the amount they were paying me, it wasn't even salary. That one, we don't call it salary. It's like fatu goto, sort of. But I felt like, no problem, we can still do something with it. As I was shooting Fashion Day, the first year, 2015, I was taking money from my mother. When I'm leaving the house, oh, mzgee, I call my mom mzgee. Mzgee, mommy said that she'll give me. Gradually, I realized that I can't just be doing this, coming to sit on TV, cross my leg, and talk about what is happening about fashion, which I'm not so interested in at all, and then go. I shoot once a week. What else can I do? The money is not coming like I want it to come, but there are other things. I decided that, okay, when it comes to fashion and events, when people are doing such events, they need a host. I was like, once I can do TV present, I can host as well. So when people come to the office to advertise their events and things, then I'll corner them and tell them, oh, if you are doing your event next time, you put me on. I can even do it for free for you. So gradually, at that point, I wasn't even thinking about money. Then the event hosting came. Maybe as I'm going on, it won't make sense to some of you, but in the end, it will make sense. So I started doing those things, doing that, and then my social media, those who follow me on social media, I like pictures, I don't do. My Snapchat and my things. These are people thought that the mere if they beyond until trying to take pictures. No problem. I had it all. I had everything, but I couldn't be bothered. So I was one day thinking about myself in my hostel. I got a call. The person was like, hello Anita, blah 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 blah. I'm the MD of GTP. We've seen your pictures, we want to work with you. At that point I was like, do they have the right person? And so as the conversation was going on, I realized that no, this is real. This is happening. And then I'm like, this is channeling something that I didn't even think will make me money into a money-making venture. And when their boss called me, he was like, how much will you take from us? And at that point, the figure I was thinking, if I had mentioned a figure, I would have made a big mistake because the figure they mentioned was way higher than what I was thinking. So I told them, how much would you people rather pay me? It was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And that was how my relationship with GTP began. And it takes me to my next point. Don't be money hungry. No matter the field you find yourself, if you want to be in our industry, the media, never be money hungry. It's difficult, especially when you feel like a lot of people are doing this. Hey, wait, chica, where you see, it's very frustrating. No matter the field you find yourself in, as a woman especially, it is tough. Because when I say hey, I don't know anything else happening. When she but do you know what that person is going through to get that? Would you want to go through the same thing, even though you don't know? Would you? I'm asking the question. Exactly my point. So gradually, I started doing with GT. So I thought it was just once in, a year thing because I was signed for just a year. So after our photo shoot or billboards were around, I was happy and everything. And then the boss called me again. We're having another collection, we want to work with you. I didn't understand it at that point. I was like, what is it? And then they called me again the third time. Even when the collection is not about me or they don't want me to headline it, they still get me on board. And out of curiosity, I decided to ask their marketing guy, who I'm very close to. And he was like, you know what made my boss like you? The fact that the first time we called you, you didn't even talk about money. That is what worked the magic. Because they are called other people that me I know personally, and the figures they were mentioning are outrageous. And I wasn't even thinking about that. So sometimes money is good. I'm not saying money is bad. Wherever you find yourself, money is good. Money is very, very, very. I love money. I'm from Anybody knows But I felt like, no, sometimes you can get more. And if I had mentioned a figure to them, over the past 3 years I've worked with GTV, the money I've gotten from them, trust me, I would have gotten just the first one I mentioned and not constantly working with them. So let me take you back again to when I was talking about hosting events and decided to learn how to host events on my own. Recently, they decided to bring another collection out. So they went for a meeting with the agency they work with, and they were like, they want a host, somebody to host the launch. I was like, so when the guy called me that night, I was like, oh, why not? I can do this, just bring it on. But the agency was so much against it. And for the past years I've worked with GTP, the agency is always against me, and I knew it. They even knew it in my face. But I could care less. That should tell you that wherever you find yourself, whatever you put your mind to it, from family members to friends, to even people you know they hate you, they'll do it in your face so hard that they'll get to a time they will get to you. And you know what? It's up to you to decide whether to allow all their rubbish and their trash to get to you. Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, looking at the things me I've gone through, why should I allow somebody that can't go through a quarter of that and making vain and irrelevant statements get to me? And that was how they made me host their event. A couple of months ago, Infinix, they say, and with the Infinix story, it's even funny how I got on Infinix. It's the same procedure. The same procedure. I know most of you are on social media. Most of you, almost everybody here, at least try WhatsApp here. You are there doing your thing. People are watching you. You think people don't know what you do? There are people who I meet and they go like, hey, this is your picture that you wore, this and that. And sometimes that picture is even from like when I was in GIJ. But they'll give you a vivid description of your hair, even the makeup you had on, your outfit, how you were even standing and you had posed. That should tell you people are watching you. Who now want to say, oh, nobody cares about you, I'm just a normal girl. You are a brand. As you're walking there, you are such a brand that, you don't realize it. As human beings, we don't realize it. We just don't take it into consideration that, hey, somebody can just meet me and just open a huge door for me. Somebody can meet me and change my life. But it all depends on how you are carrying yourself. Ladies these days, go on social media. That's what Peter and I say. And that's what I say. And the post is like, I need to say, trying to show all the ass and all the curves and things. I'm like, I don't even know the word to describe that word. Trust me, there are people that blogged on my timeline just because they were showing skin. It's my timeline. And I regulate and choose what I want to see. If me seeing something I don't feel comfortable about it, why should I continue seeing it? Sometimes I may pardon it if you do it once, but at once I will block you. And it's not about saying you, but I feel like as a lady, you put some price on yourself. Put a price on yourself. From the 100 in GIJ, if I can say there was one gentleman who was able to walk up to me and tell me, say, oh Anita, I like you, those things. Never. Not that I'm expensive, no. But the kind of price I've put on myself, you need a certain kind of courage to walk up to me. And that is how every lady should be. That is how it should be. Don't be walking there with your chain on there, oh wait dear, oh wait dear, oh wait dear. Because those things, they indirectly push down some of your blessings. Because you she's standing somewhere and say, oh, this girl, she's nice, I want to use her for this, I want to give her this job. And little statements from somebody concerning your dressing, concerning how you talk, concerning how you walk, can just change the person's mind about giving you that thing. I don't know how many of you here, even though you're in school, you're doing business and doing other things, how many of you, let me see by hand, if you're doing something on the side. So the rest of you, what are you doing? You're just in school. You came to read book. You came to read book, eh? How many hands were raised? You're doing something else. Is it making you money? It's good. So, I was expecting to see a lot of hands. Because this day and age, if you think that, especially as a woman, it's even more difficult. The men here, they can always hustle and then, after school, go back, one year should be able to and then, although people go to a car or when they share, when they start a car, although people say, but as a woman, it's even more difficult. This time, this era, you have to give something to get something. You have to. So what are you doing? Level 100. So if you, oh, I'm in level 100, so let me wait. Level 300, if I may be a school. No. When I was in level 200, I can say it's this kind of, let's say Holy Spirit is touching my woman. I wanted to start working and doing something for myself so bad. Because I realized that people who were even in GIG that completed some 5-10 years ago still don't want to pay man. So how much more me 20-17 It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't. Now it doesn't matter the field you're in. We never say, oh, it's business. There are people who are reading business, reading sociology and whatever. Some are doing beats. Some are doing whatever. Now we never say, oh, someone is doing this, so if I do the same thing, when you go outside, how many provision shops do you see? You see a lot, right? But at the end of the day, say you can also book, or throw the girl away. But when there's a total at the end, meaning he or she made something. At least, at the end of the day, he or she won't go empty-handed and say, "They are come at you," despite how hard the economy is. What are you doing for yourself as a woman? What are you doing for yourself? From level 200 on campus, people thought I wasn't serious because I was missing lectures. You go and shoot and things, you come home, you are so tired, you read the book and there's no connection. Forget about the book. But I can tell you that when you get on the job market, this year will tell you, the book and what happens on the field, totally different. Two different things. On GIT campus, I wasn't taught how to even stand and hold the microphone and talk. But when you come on the field, it's different. So what are you equipping yourself with? Are you just sitting there, so you have a lecture hall, and you take 4 hours lecture, come back to your hostel, if you want to read, you read, you're on your phone. What are you doing for yourself? What are you doing? Because at the end of the 4 years you are here, getting a job will be very difficult. So it will be very, very difficult because the world, and even Ghana especially this time around, it is so tough. So tough. I'm sure it's because of how things have happened for me. That's why your organizers, your WOCOM decided that why don't you bring Anita to come and talk. Let me fast forward to 2017. I was done with GIG, still living my life, still doing fashion GH. And then I got a chance to work at GH1 team. But I had to do something in order to go there. I mean, Fashion GH is a brand that had held me down. It has put me on a certain level. And so, leaving them was very difficult. But I still had to take that bold step. And then I left. Coming to GH1 also had its own wahala. Huge wahala. And then my contract with them was for just the period I was hosting the show. It was just for the period. Initially, I was excited. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. The program lasted for almost 10, 11 months. When it got to the 9th month, that was when I started reasoning that, you've left your fashion GH. And now what? You're almost done with this. So after that, what's next? Sister, my shit. Because, hey, so I'm coming to finish this and I'm coming to start home, and people will be thinking, this girl, what is wrong with her? Because already I was hopping from one thing to the other. I still hadn't gotten hold of what I really want to do. So I started talking to the HR and things. Every day I'll come to the HR's office. I'll come and sit there, talk to him. Oh, blah, 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 my contract. And every day I was reminding him. And then one day I came to the office and I bumped into Nanaba. So when I bumped into her, she was like, look, I've been looking for you. At that point I was like, hey, then am I? And then she was like, I've been looking for you. Come and see me the next day. I went to the office. We were talking. She was like, someone said, I didn't know even Nigeria. The fashion thing, the whatever. To represent me, you have to stop. I'm like, how do I stop? So she told me that, don't worry, I realized you completed GID. Come to the newsroom, and then I want you to gradually start and focus on why you went to GID. Initially, I was thinking, means Malika has to go. Everything, the little things I do on the side and getting money, it has to go. At that point, I was thinking of, hey, should I listen to her? What if I come and then things don't even happen the way I want it to happen? And the worst of it all was coming into the newsroom. You have to start from somewhere. When I came, I had to start as a reporter. When you come to work, they'll give you camera, car, cameraman and all of that. You go out, you go and do stories, and you bring it, come and sit down, edit. That was barely 3-4 months ago. My first story, the assignment editor looked at me and a big looked at me and told me, Anita, you see, those of you who have been to Accra, Fiesta Royal Hotel outside, National Petroleum Authority, Film Imon, Dampi refuse be brave. Oh, Nakujina Bola, Kujina, my camera and English near Bola, no witch. Make it a microphone and I just stand up, no Bola. Somebody that I have on TV, make up pain and chains, looking all shepherd. At that point, I'm like, should I just leave here and go? Because this is what I bargained for. I mean, when she told me that I come into the newsroom, I didn't expect it to be like this. I was like, no problem. I went to do the story. I came for 3 months. I was still doing reporting. You go out, you come and edit your story. And then we started doing rehearsals for the morning show because Base 1 Akuffo had left, the main host, and Anaba and Ridwan were taking over. Started doing the rehearsals. So it was one gentleman and 3 ladies from the newsroom, including myself. We did it for almost a month. And I was just praying that after this rehearsal, Father Lord, let them put me on the morning show, give me something better to do. Because if not, it means I have to leave and go and sit home. Because the reporting in here, where I could see that not that reporting is bad, reporting is good, but I had to go through that process to end up somewhere. So gradually, we went through this rehearsal, and after everything, they chose the guy amongst us to read news updates. I'm like, hey, now wait here. Because that was my last hope, thinking that if I'm reading the news updates, gradually I'll be pushed to read the main news and all of those things. I wasn't given the chance. So, still in the newsroom, my mom kept telling me, gradually, I was there one day, and then she came and told me that there's a slot on the morning show that we stopped doing. It's about entertainment or entertainment news. I want you to do that. I was like, okay, it's again. So I was like 10, 15, maximum of 25 minutes. I decided to start doing that as well. I mean, from somebody that, like I said, we go push it here. We go okay, 1 hour, now we come to use many passing it 1 hour or 30 minutes. And reducing the time, I felt like it's some way. But let me do it. And then God decided to surprise me in the I don't know, the most wonderful way I've ever imagined or even thought of. One morning, it was Monday. I said my black top. I said blue, nice pants. I came to the office all made up, red lipstick, thinking I was going on air. And then the producer of the show decided, for reasons best known to him, not to let me come and do my segment. I didn't know why. As to whether he wanted to take me off or what, I didn't know. Luckily for me, Hanaba was around. So she came and asked, it's time for your segment. Why are you still sitting here? I'm like, I don't know. The guy came in, no excuse whatsoever. And then she was standing there, and it looked like something just changed her mind all of a sudden. She was like, it's time I made you read the news. It's time I made you read the news. I was like, so soon. I mean, there are people who have been in the newsroom for 2 years, 3 years, wanted to read the news, but still no show. So when she told me that, for a second I was like, is she joking? Sometimes certain things have to happen, some bad moments should happen to turn things around for you. Bad things will happen. Sometimes when they happen, I know you'll be depressed, you'll be frustrated, thinking that it means it's taking you back. But it's rather pushing you forward. It's rather pushing you forward. It's pushing you forward, but you have no idea. And that was how I started reading the morning news. Now, let's put all of what has to do with myself aside. And let me come to you ladies, let me focus on you. What are you posting on social media? What do you talk to your friends about? Do you sit somewhere and talk about another lady? Between you see, she can't understand fatal. Let's take a man and my face. I don't know the meaning of face. The meaning of face. The chopping channel and I actually. What the things you see about other ladies? Me. What another lady is wearing it. If it's nice, it's nice. If I have to tell her it's nice, I'll tell her. If I feel like it's not nice, it's in my head, I won't tell her. But if there's a correction to be made, fine. But we women, I think it's time we change that perception that we are our own enemies. If I'm looking back, the people who have pushed me and today I'm able to make some money are all women. So is it that those women, blood doesn't run through their veins? Blood does, but they are excited when they see another woman progressing. Bella is an example. Bella, the same woman who pushed me from Malaika to Fashion GH to co-hosting Malaika to being a GH1, everything is a woman. God being so good, I don't need the men because it will be a disaster. Because people have around our office here, they will want something in exchange for something. But it may not be the same situation for you that you'll be meeting women. You may go for this interview and you meet a man, as married as he is, with one pack. He will still want something from you. What do you do? Do you give in? Do you give in? How would you feel if you get that job and anytime you sit down, you know that I didn't get this job based on merit. I didn't get this job based on what I can do. I had to give something that every single woman can give. It doesn't make sense. Every woman can open her leg too. But it's very easy. It's one of the easiest things that you don't do. It's very easy. Every woman can do it. But that's one thing that always gets to me. I'm like, do I want to see myself on this billboard and I know that I have to do something to get it? No. In the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you look back and you regret. And me, I hate to regret in my life. I hate it. I hate it so much that I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Not at all. I see most of you here dressed very decently. I'm tempted to think that you're all very decent ladies. Sure? Are you decent ladies? Yes. Are you decent ladies? Yes. Are you posting the same decent? Hey, the guys at the back are saying no. Hey, the guys, are you sure? You know what? Most of the time, people think, the ladies who dress decently are preferred. Let them say whatever. Me, it's not I don't have the short outfit and things. I have some. I can buy some and wear it. They're bikini and things. We should them traffic shower. What for you? Is it important? It's not. If you are going to the poolside to swim, go and swim. By force to take a picture and come and post it and be doing all those things on social media. No, is it necessary? I don't know how to swim. It doesn't bother me. I can't be bothered. I don't know how to swim. I don't have a bikini. I can't be bothered. There are better things I want to do with my time. I remember when I was a young girl walking around in the house, the next moment I'm 25. So when I tell people my age, they go like, it's 25, to me, the way I'm grown, like people have no idea how grown I see myself. Like sometimes I feel like I'm even 70. And that's why I don't want to act my age. Because when you start acting your age, 25 years, they will start. Because in the next 5 years, you're not 30, you're not going to buy a car. about your age. Forget. Bella is 5 years older than me. When I'm standing with her, I look like I'm the one who is 30. So why should I be acting 25? And I think ladies who show skin and do all those silly things on social media have such low self-esteem. They have no idea. Such low self-esteem, because you feel like if you don't show your curves, people won't really accept that yes, you have the curves. Me, I can wear a tade from here to down. And the girl will go see. You still see the curves. It's simple as that. I don't have to say it. Like, I mean, no. It just, it so beats my mind, my thinking, my imagination. I don't understand it. I don't. There are times that I see certain things and I feel like people of them and they don't even have a me. Because I mean, dress so well that the pictures you are taking in the next couple of years, when you have kids and you show the pictures to them, they'll be proud to have you as their mother. I see pictures of my mom, and I just said, oh, what I made of her life. I took my life better for my mom. And I see her pictures in her cabin, street, earrings, terry curls, and I'm happy. I don't see her in skimpy stuff. Because if I had seen her in those things, and if I'm doing it, can she correct me? She can't tell me that I don't know what she's saying. So if you realize the mothers who dress some way, when their children are doing it, they don't correct them. And our generation should try as much as possible to change that way of thinking, that way of doing things. I'm not perfect. I have my flaws. I have a lot of flaws. You ladies have no idea. There are times I cry. I cry so hard. And you know what? I've been doing TV for like almost 4 years. And people think that, oh, because every time she's looking all glamorous, when you scam, people meet me in town and then they go like, who cried and I win car? Who cried and I win way? Who cried and I win way? And a couple of weeks or months ago, Gloria, the actress, she said the same thing. Because she's been acting for a very long time and people make her feel so bad about the fact that she's been in the theater for so many years and she doesn't have a car. Meanwhile, this is somebody who is so talented. When Gloria talks, you can feel it. Some person I love so much. But people use silly things because other people are sleeping with men to get the ranges and the car, so they feel everybody should do same. I don't have a car, but to the glory of God, the time that they were, I met a certain popular photographer, went to do a shoot somewhere for me, then we were coming, we went to the pursuit, and I was in his car, and he dropped me off at the mall, and he was like, I'm crying, I don't have a car. And then I looked at him and I laughed. And I'm like, so would you rather I have a car and I don't have a place to sleep? Can I sleep in the car? Can I pack my chairs, my closet, instead of shoes, baby? Can I pack them in the car? No, I can't. So set your priorities right. When you list the things that are important to you, do you have a lot of material things up there, or you have a lot of intrinsic things that people can't touch, things people can't hold? Do you have it at the top? Or when you get money, we are thinking about hair, and let me tell you one thing. When you come on social media, you see all the hair we are wearing, the makeup, the clothes, everything. Don't be deceived. This is just like 0.00001% of the work. It's very insignificant. It's just an enhancement because what you is not my pastor. But at the end of the day, sometimes I can't wait to get offset to clean my makeup. I can't wait to get upset and take my heels off and loosen my belt. When you come and meet me in the newsroom, Mr. Slippers, I wear slippers in the office every single day. And my heels are in my bag when I'm about to go on set. Or if I want to take pictures, then yes. Don't let it deceive you, thinking that I have to be like that, I have to by all means get it. Every outfit I wear on certain days, people give it to me. So if you, young lady, you don't have that money yet to buy 200 cedis worth of an outfit, heels, 300 Ghana, 200 Ghana, 150. You don't have that. Do you have to force yourself? You don't have to. Start cutting your coat according to your cloth. At the end of the day, one day, you get to a certain level, you look back and you regret worrying about the things you didn't have. That is the kind of level I've gotten to. I look back and some years ago, I was in a hostel and, some of my mates in school, they had, rented apartments, driving cars and things. But today I look back, I have no regrets. It's a step at a time. Move at your own pace. Move at your own pace. Move at your own pace. What you're comfortable with. Because the moment you decide to start racing with someone, you don't know the kind of juju, you don't know the kind of power that person is using to get what he or she is getting. You may not be lucky. Who are we here to? Who to really say to? Be extra careful. Be extra careful. The kind of friends you keep. What kind of friends are you keeping? I don't have friends. Now, when it's a point and I don't want friends, especially if you're not adding anything positive to my life. A friend that you can call me on the phone for hours and we're talking about Obiakadi. What is happening on TV? What is happening on social media? Hey, where are you? And I'm going to picture me. And I'm going to have a friend. I don't want that in my life. Because we will display that thing. And as inquisitive as we are, or I said, I'm going to say, so what shape? Open shape, we're breaking it down for me. See, you say, you're free to make up. Another 1 hour. Instead, that time, we did diet. How many our body? Now, I've realized how I don't want to waste time on unnecessary things. I wake up as early as 2 a.m. every single day because the news is at 6 a.m. in the morning. And so, my makeup, I don't joke with it. It's very important. And the makeup artists get to the office 5:30, sometimes 5:40 because the bus picks them up. And if the driver is late, it means the makeup artist is late. I wake up at 2 a.m., get, my little things. I eat very early in the morning. 2 a.m. I'm eating. I mean, it's very terrible. My life these days is such a messed up life. But I eat at 2 a.m., but do my little things here and there. By at least 2:33, I start doing my makeup. By 4, I'm done. 4:30, I'm out of the house. My house to the office is barely 10-15 minutes because there's no traffic in the morning. But I make sure I get to the office early because I have a producer. But I can't say I'm leaving everything to the producer. So I don't want to arrange the stories. On printing, make sure the stories are on the tabs. Make sure the lighting and everything is on point before I can know. I need to go and help and do all of those things. When I started with the morning music, it was difficult. At a point, my mom was like, because waking up in the morning is very, very difficult. And one thing I kept telling myself is, there's a reason God brought me here. There's a reason He gave this to me. And once He's brought me to it, He will take me through it. Me, I don't joke with God. Sometimes I'm unable to make it to church every Sunday. That one, sometimes, because I'm tired. Or sometimes on Sunday, there's something I mean. But, my God, I don't joke. Because the things that have happened in my life, if not for God, none of them would have happened. None of them. I'm so nothing without Him. I don't joke with God that I've realized how good He can be. He's actually good. But when you trust Him, as a woman, if you don't have that God factor in your life, forget it. Because there are so many places as a woman, it's very slippery for you. Very. Our society has made it that way. I don't know when it will change, but as a woman, it is so slippery. My office, for instance, the gentleman who is reading the news updates, he's been in the office for like 2 years, and they were thinking, oh, he's a guy, they should let him do it. He's a guy, so he's a man, so, and so what? And so, if you don't have God, a lot of things will be slipping through your fingers. You have it like this, the next moment it's gone. Even if you can't go to church, pray. Me, every time, I listen to gospel a lot. And the words gives me points to pray. And singing even alone is a way of praying to God. Don't joke with the prayer. Don't, Slay and pray. Slay and pray. Slay and pray. I want that in the next couple of years, if I meet any of you in town, I'll be so happy. Because I know you walk up to me and say, oh, you remember when you came to my school, blah, blah, blah. And I want to see you in a certain state that I'll be so happy. That is how I want to see all of you. Because coming to sit here, you didn't come to sit here because you just want to see mzgee. or you want to see me. Now this is just me, my simple self. But you came to sit here to listen so you can become a better version of yourself. Because once you are living here, you're not living the same. You're living a better person. You don't have to become like Anita. You don't have to become like mzgee. You don't have to become like Madam Chairperson here. You don't have to be. You can be your own version of Ama, Epia, Achua, whoever you are. It's about knowing that this is me. After today, I want you all to walk through campus or wherever you find yourself, walk so confidently. Let people see a different you. When I was on JLA campus, I was walking like, as I'm in a runway. Because remember lectures, the machine be used near the TV, and I say, with some confidence, I walk into the lecture hall and, no, this is me. I am so priceless. And yes, there's a difference between Obi and Wunem, Obi and Tuno, you Obi and Onim Nepadu, Onim said Missumbu. That is it. A lot of people, I hear things about myself, oh, Anita do you say, Anita do you say, Anita do hey. And you know the funny thing, when people get to know me rather, they come confessing. Oh, this is what we heard about you, this is what I even said about you. But you know what, after all is said and done, you ask me ever did it. So live a very good life, very, very good life, and in the next couple of years, which is very important because see, it doesn't matter. The future is what matters. And how you move now, whether you move slowly, you move fast, you do all the silly things, depends on how you start now. That is how your future will be. A couple of weeks ago, I made a post on Instagram, wrapping up, and I was saying that most of our young ladies think that, oh, let me make all the mistakes now, let me do all the silly things now, let me sleep with all the men now, and in the next couple of years I'll stop, or I'll change it. But you know something, some mistakes are incorrigible. Who corrects the ye? Who can craft a paint fashion? It will never grow. Never. Never. It will never go.
Me and Brandon and rap my spouse. Check your head to toe. Now me a classic. Me pa uja lambanga so. Now me a batshit. Challenge your me a rapper who the rappers. One more time again. Sorry, my sister. You just go.
as they come, from the bed to the door. You drive me faster and harder, baby boom, I let it cry. From the top to the ground, from the bed to the door. You drive me faster and harder, baby boom, I let it cry. It's a story to me, yeah. I feel like a criminal, boy, my hero. So if I'm here, with him, yeah. I just feel like a criminal. DJ next on hero. Yeah. If you break my heart, I will get you electric. What's up, Betty? See, I haven't taken that. Where are you, the player? You did. Like the reason pressure, you can't mess like he has on the right and be energy. I can give you my heart and give you body and do anything for you. Sacrifice my stupid, forget the class and we gonna come go there. But if you break my heart, I will let the lecture. You gotta be my sister, you can call me a mother. But if you break my heart, you gotta call me a mother. I'll play Joanne, you'll tell what we're doing. I'll play Joanne, so make us start to me. Gonna love me, but that's your love me. Gonna love me, so make us start to me. See the love I have for you. You can call me your mother. But if you break my heart, I go let the lectures. You gonna be my student, you can call me your mother. I'll catch your way, you can say what catch your way. I'll catch your way. Thank you.
Show in my eyes. She was the first female to have hosted the morning show on Hits FM and captured Saturday morning radio on the same network for a very long time. She currently does high-profile interviews, the prime entertainment news and specials for Joy News and Joy's One. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome mzgee.
Good evening. I could have started all through enjoying the conversation from Anita, the responses from you here, and just go home because I think that Anita has said a lot of things that even if I do not speak and you just go with what she said, you should be a better person by the next time we meet you. Yes. But since I've been also engaged to come speak, I'll try top up, because as for the work, it's been done. And so I'd like to say thanks to Anita Akuffo for her wonderful session with you. Thanks to Naya. Naya, I sat down and watched you perform. I heard you speak as well. And it reminds me of my days in senior high school where I used to perform. And it tells that, one thing will definitely lead to the other if you're consistent. And so you might see yourself today performing to your fellow schoolmates and all that, but it starts from there. Once you take this one serious, it means that the next time you're given an opportunity to perform somewhere, you might get a gig out of that. So congratulations to you. It's a trend. I was going to say, there's some of the things you're thinking about, yeah,
It's a wave, that is the trend. I can't fault you. That's what we hear every day on our radio and you see on the television. So congratulations to you. I'd like to say also congratulations to the Women's Commission of Gloria Technical University. You put this together. Thank you for inviting us to come and share with you our journey and what we've learned so far. And Madam Chairperson, thank you for doing us the honor. So I will go through a slide, but I will jump through anything I think that Anita has already spoken about, and I'll make it as brief as possible. I hope that nobody who raises their hands will ask me who is going to shave, because at this point, we're not answering that question. We won't answer that question today. Yes, it's a very dumb question, so we are not answering that. Okay, so that's just an enlightenment. Let's start. So I was told that for the perfect Eve, we are going to talk about a woman with a vision and mission. And I'm going to try my best to use what I have seen and how far I have come. I have not been anywhere. I'm still on the journey to be that woman that will make my family proud, will make myself proud, and my children will be proud of. So I have still not been anywhere. I'm still trying, still working hard. But when I heard about a woman with a vision and mission, I decided that we've learned this from, well, amazingly, I went to Cape Coast Polytechnic, now it's a university, so I can relate. Yes, I can relate because at that time it was a polytechnic, it was not a university like now. So I did Cape Coast Polytechnic in 2004 to 2007, and then I went to GIMPA from 2010 to 2012. See the gap, 2004 to 2007. Then 2010 to 2012 to go and do my top up in GIMPA. So it's been a long journey, and things will always not fall in place the way you want them to be. But there's one thing that is sure: persistence. Persistence, and that's what a woman with a vision and mission needs to have. You need to be persistent, because things will come at you in a way you did not expect. I have my kid sister in the auditorium. I've seen her, yes. And I'm going to use an example before I even continue. When we were growing up, fortunately or unfortunately, we were born in Nigeria, so we had the Nigerian life, and then we came to Ghana. By the time I was 18, and I am the eldest of my siblings, by the time I was 18, my mother died, and my father had traveled to the UK, so I became a mother at 18. Something I never made up my mind would happen, but it means that I needed to be persistent, and that is why I was excited when this topic was sent to me. So, a vision, like we've been learning in school, we know the long thing, but I decided to just summarize it. It describes your future position, what you see in your mind's eye. You tell yourself, I'm sure if I decide to ask anybody here what they want to be in the future, I have 1,001 people telling me what they want to be and why they want to be what they want to be. So it means that you have a vision. You know in your mind what you want to become. But how do you become that? That's your mission. It defines the objectives and the approach to which you reach the objective. So the mission defines your objective and the approach to reach these objectives. So you, for instance, you're in school because you know that if you come to school, you gain knowledge. Some knowledge that will help you in some way or the other to become that thing you want to be in the future. I guess that's the case. Hello? Yeah. I guess that's the case. Yeah. Otherwise, we won't even want to know anything about what the lecturer is teaching, because sometimes we are not even interested. No. Sometimes, most of the time, we are not interested. But we know that, unlike Anita is saying that, her CV has not been asked for yet, it doesn't mean that when she gets another opportunity, they won't ask for it. But she will need to write GIJ on that CV, just because they will say educational qualification. But not because GIJ will stand there and do the presentation for Anita. And that is the reason why we are here. Not because tomorrow KTU will do the job for us, but because when they say, where did you go to school? You also need to mention something that keeps you apart with people that went to CTU, or CPU, what is it going to be called? CTU, right? Cape Coast Technical University. And those who went to the other schools or tertiary institutions that they did. So, let's move on. Because we will definitely need a vision and a mission to go with it. But what's the sign of a visionary woman? A woman with a vision and mission. I told you when I went to school in Cape Coast Polytechnic then, and when I went to GIMPA, I remained focused. Remaining focused doesn't mean that you would not meet some hurdles. Remaining focused doesn't mean that you won't have the opportunity to decide to choose otherwise. I could have said, oh, I became a mother at 18. After all, my kid sisters, when I raise them, they'll make money and they'll give me some. I became a mother. After all, what? I could have said that, oh, okay, I went to Cape Coast Polytechnic and I have a certificate and so that is it, I'm not getting a job. Look, I didn't get a job until I was done GIMPA. Sorry. I went to Cape Coast, finished in 2007, did my national service. I was done in 2008. I didn't find a job. What I did was, because, like I was telling Naya, I knew back in the day when I was in senior high school that I would end up talking for a living. And these are the things that we should pay attention to. Some of the things that come to you just like that. Anita told you that she also loved to talk. You might not love to talk, but you might love to use your hands. People are doing, like you said, your friend is doing bidding and all that. Some people naturally can make you act like they went to a makeup school. They didn't. Some people can decide, to craft something, sketch something, design something as though they went to some institution, but they didn't. Take note of these things that come to you naturally. When I was in senior secondary school, whenever they decide to write names or talkative, my name will appear. Because I will talk. I will talk. But don't let that talking that you used to talk go waste. Talk and make money from talking. Get better with your talking because it won't happen in a day. So remain focused. When in 2008 I finished national service, in fact I wasn't even done. And I saw on television back in the, I'm sure by then you guys were very, very young, 2008, TV3 was doing a reality show called Hottest Post. Yeah. I decided to audition because I know I can talk. So I said, let me give it a try because I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. And I said if I don't become any of these, I'll become a banker or a lawyer. But I knew that the last two is not something I would do immediately. So I auditioned. I went through the process and all that. At the time I was done, and Hottest Post is what has given us Funny Face, has given us Olivia Foreign. Who else has become popular from our batch? It was not only once, and some of us were lucky we passed through there. Then I got the opportunity to become an intern in the TV3 newsroom as of 2009. Still remaining focused because I said to myself that this talking must not go waste. I need to do something with it. So I remained focused. I remained focused till one day when they said, intern, you are done your internship, go home. I went there with the agenda that, once we are intern here, gradually I will rise through the ranks and maybe become a reporter or a newscaster one day. But that dream was cut short. After, I think, about 5 months into our internship, they said we needed new people to come. You know how these businesses are. Definitely, new people want to intern. So, you need to go and clear space for these people to join. But I remained focused. I remained also strong. There are days when I cried myself to sleep because there was nothing happening for me. But you know what? I was strong because I had people who were looking up to me. I needed to make some people proud, if not myself. You know, sometimes you tell yourself that, but for me alone, yeah. I don't know if you tell yourself that. But for me alone, yeah, what do I have to lose? If I don't go to school and it's Kaya, I'll go and carry to feed myself. But for me alone, yeah. You know, you can say, but for me alone, there's a parent who has invested in your fees. There's a parent who has invested in your Apkene. And that is the reason you still have to be focused so that your money don't go waste. And the reason you need to be strong. Because to be a woman in this our society, and Anita touched on that briefly, you need to be strong. The men get things easily, for lack of a better word. We need to try twice as hard as the men try. Like she said, when she decided to give a newscaster a role, they said, oh, he's a man, so let's give him the opportunity. You know what? They'll say she's a woman, let's not give her the opportunity. When she starts rising and we need her, she'll get married. When she starts rising and we need her, she'll say her menstruation has come. Her abdomen. I don't know if you get together. When she gets, we give her the opportunity and she gets big, she goes for maternity leave. So women have to try twice as hard. if you ask me why most women don't find themselves in top positions, it is because of the things that women will have to deal with. Because people are afraid to put them there, not because we are not competent enough. Most often, we have the competence. But the thing is, the issues that come with being a woman, the baggages, and you and I will not lie to ourselves, we have a lot of baggages. Like, now, if I say, oh, let's go and do a photo shoot, I don't have any other example. It will take you an hour to get ready. It will take him like 10 minutes at most. 10 minutes, you should be done. It will take you an hour to get ready. If somebody wants to work with time, who do you think they'll go for? They'll go for the man. After all, it's the same output you're all going to give it. They will just say, because the woman is going to waste time. So, you need to work twice as hard. You need to learn twice as hard. You need to do everything twice as hard than a man would do if you're a woman. Sorry, but that's the world we came to. We are still fighting to, be heard. These days, thank God that we don't talk much about it again, because I think that we are beginning to realize that we have much power. And rather than fight to get equal with the men or be at par with the men, we want to see that power reflect in what we do. So, apart from the fact that you want to remain strong, you need to be smart. You need to know what works for you and work that way. If you know that by the time you're leaving this institution, you don't know where you're turning to, please have a rethink now. Because the work environment is already choked, and not to scare you, but that's the truth. Let me tell you, I left TV3 in 2009, didn't know what to do. Out of frustration, I went back to school. I went to Gimpa. For 2 years, I didn't work. Still, I didn't work though. All the jobs I was getting, they said, oh, go and sell. You know how these sales jobs, they say, oh, go and sell something to somebody, go and sell. You go and walk through the sun and no clients. So, I went to Gimpa 2 years, still had not worked apart from my national service and the internship that I did. But when I went to Gimpa, I said to myself that by the time I'm done, whether work or no work, I must find myself something to do, because I can't come back after going to Gimpa to sit at home and cross my leg and tell my siblings or tell my father that there's no work. So when I was done, I registered with a lot of recruitment agencies. And that's what you need to do when you're smart. Cast your dice. Anyone will work for you. Don't sit and say, because I want to be a television presenter, when that job is not coming, I cannot go and be a receptionist. Don't do that. I went from wanting to be, I said, a model, I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to do a reality show. Okay, I went for a reality show that gave me the access to become a presenter. All that I didn't find at the time I was done Gimpa. So I asked to be recruited from all these recruitment agencies. And I got a front desk job at Bond Financial Services in 2012. Now, again, listen to the story carefully. I think about 3 weeks to me getting my job at Bond Financial Services. My kid brother, and this is a story like Anita said, I never said on any platform, my kid brother was shot. Gunshot. And so I was in the gym, and my kid sister is here. So I was in the gym, gymming, and because I didn't have anything to do, I decided to utilize my time very well. And when I was done gymming, I had about, if I can remember well, I had a lot of missed calls, but I had one message. So instinctively, I decided to read the message first, and this is what the message read. Your brother has been shot. Call me. I was shivering like a leaf, because that was the only black brother I had. Okay, I have a half brother, but that's my brother, mother, same father, and he comes directly after me. So you can imagine, like I said, I was 18 when I became a mother. My father had gone to live in the UK. My mom was dead. So it means that you are the mother of the house. What are you going to do? And 3 weeks I had a job. In fact, I took a day off to bury my brother and go back to work, because my brother was buried within that week that I started my new job. Not to say I didn't think about my brother who had died, but, sorry, life must go on. Life must go on. When you get the heartbreak, cry that the guy has to resurrect the dead. So I'm bringing this example to say that the things that you have made a mistake and have lost in the past as young girls, because like it or not, we'll still make mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. We are still learning. And so, like it or not, the things that you have made in the past, the mistakes that you have made in the past, don't stand there and say, minimal car. Oh, minimal car 2 years ago. Minimal car, you know how, when you, now it's been at university, so it's easy. When we were in Polytechnic, the people who were in university were feeling like we are the ones who didn't know anything. We have failed our exams. They are still here to do Polytechnic. Oh, they still think so? Yes. You will be surprised that in the next few years, you see people who went to university and you're like, either you're in the same position with them in the office, or you're even better than them. Don't be discouraged. Life is what you make it. One of the things my mother used to say is, Obrani Warabo. And I have taken that thing and worked with it. That you can come to KTU, if your destiny is to become the first female president, you will be. If you work towards it, you will be. It doesn't matter the institutions that you went to. I know people who have master's degree. I'm here to have one. But I can proudly say some of the people I take more salary than me. It is God who gives talent. He is the one who opens, and he says that a man's talent will open doors of kings and queens. And so that's why I'm saying that watch what you have at your fingertips, what comes to you ordinarily. As for the book, we need a certificate. Like you said, I've also not been asked for my certificate before. Because, and it takes me to the next point, save for the future. Save for the future doesn't mean money, because some people are not even making money at all. But do free stuff now, like Anita told you. I worked for the multimedia group for 1 year, 6 months, not even transportation. But when the time came, I called the shots. Yes. And that is the investment you're sowing for the future. Save for the future doesn't have to be your money. If you have money, you're working, you're selling things like she does, and you can save for the future. Save for the future. But if you don't work and you don't make money, invest into your own life. Intern at places. Follow people and say, I want to be your protege. I want to work with you. I want to learn from you. See, the service to mankind, they say all the time, it is service to God, but it's service to you yourself. If you look at it well, if you're doing good to her, and you're doing good to her because you want God to bless you, you know God will not come from heaven to bless you. He blesses you through people. So one day, she will say, she has been very, very good to me, but she needs this. How about helping her get that? Even if she doesn't do it, there's a third person watching you, and she said that as well. Somebody will say, but I've seen this girl serve this woman for long. She's done so hard for her, worked so hard with her and all that. How about she go hire her services? And when you enter that interview room, they'll say, it is because, like Anita said, it's because they see her pictures and she dresses decently and all that. That is why GTP wanted to work with her. Let me tell you, and it brings me, my interview with Patapa went viral after the Ghana Music Awards. It got me an international deal. I was just there. And so, I would have said, but I've done interviews, look at what happened with Wendy Shea. Wendy Shea, my kid sister, that's her last one, she's older than Wendy Shea. I would have said, but let me slap her and walk my way. But do you know the number of people who have reached out after Wendy Shea incident? A lot of people have reached out. A lot of people have watched the video and said this. So, I'm serving into the future. Tomorrow, she said, what do you put on your social media? Tomorrow, somebody said, I watched your interview with this person, and I think you can do this job, you can do that job. My company didn't increase my salary after Wendy Shea incident. Neither did they increase my salary after Patapa's interview. Neither with Rosemont Brown or any other person. It doesn't happen like that. But I can tell you that I have gained some leverage after these interviews. And it is saving for the future. With the hope that, not that I'm thinking about it, that one day, somebody will wake up and say, I want to hire your services because I saw this, that. And Nanaba is aware, I don't know, you can ask him. We got an international deal. I was the least person amongst them. I went with, yes, we went to Glow, went to work for Glow Nigeria, for Glow Ghana. And I was the least person among them. I went with Nanaba, Salma, and Martha. Look at me. I'm not on their level on any grounds, but you know what got me there? An interview somebody has seen me do with Patapa. So that is how things work for people. Somebody who just something you do, you think that, I am serving and I'm say, I need you to do this for me, that for me. Let's negotiate. Because you have saved for the future. You've done free jobs. You've practiced and made all the mistakes you have when you are interning with people. And that's why I get worried when you become an intern or you go for an internship and all you're interested in is going to buy a rolling katia or plantain and all for the food. My sister will tell you, I work as though I am free. Sometimes at 12 midnight I'm still in the office. I'm married, my husband understands. I tell him that when I start giving birth, I will not be able to leave my children and do that. This is the time to do that. And this is the time you need to sow seeds of working for free if you can. There's nothing wrong with you vacating and say, Anita cannot take all of you, but send Anita a message and say, Anita, I want to be your protege. I want to be me. When people send me that, I laugh, but I screen them. There's one who sent me, I said, please write a story and let me read. Because I want to know how serious you are. Because working with people, you need to be able to prove yourself that you are worth that time they are giving you. You can imagine how many hours she has on her hands, even for herself, to take you along with her and say, be my protege because you say you want to be some. So please, this is the time you're young and you can do free jobs. Free jobs, not waiting to say, oh, please, I want to come and do internship. How much will they pay me? Nobody pays interns, but you learn. Make sure that when you're given the opportunity to, you don't use it to go and buy a brownie party and fruits for the people who do. I love interns who say, how can I write this? How can I write this? How can I write this? How can I do this? Teach me, I saw this about you. Teach me how to do it. That interns who tell you your shoe is nice, so dash it to me. I hate interns who tell me that. When you work hard, you don't need to tell her to dash you her shoes. She will ask you, what size do you wear? What size? Oh, you probably want to let me ask her because you worked hard and you are earning it. So this is the time for you to save. As for the clothes, the luxuries that come with life, all you need to do at this stage is to pray for long life and work hard. You will get it in Brussels. There was a time I used to hawk water, sachet water. In 1999-2000, when I was going to SS, I used to hawk water. My sister is there once again. I'm making reference to my sister, so if you think I'm lying, you can call her and ask her. Okay, that's my kid sister. I used to go, and there's a map that I have here. I always go to people. It was through hawking water. I carried the ice chest on my head, going to the roadside to go and hawk the water. And I used to live in tertiary. The Julo came to hit me, and the ice chest, I fell, got the scars, the ice chest got broken. You know what? My parents were more concerned about their ice chest than me. Yes, that is it. But that is what toughens you. So you go through things on your way to becoming the woman with the vision. But it shouldn't stop you. Make a daily advancement through that. Make sure that every day and everything you do is to advance this vision that you carry. If you spend the time, like Anita said on the phone, talking about who won what to Ghana Music Awards and why you don't think this presenter is better than that one and why you think that, how does it advance your vision? Except it is practical works where they say, come and present like Anita presents. Come and present like Bella presents. Come and present like Mzgee presents. And it's practical work. Don't waste your time. Make sure that every decision you take today is adding to advance that vision. And that's why I keep talking about internship. Internship is the easiest way to learn. Internship is the easiest way to get to what you want to become. You can imagine if you are an intern to a fashion designer and you want to be a designer. At least, but for nothing, she will say, stitch this. You get to learn something from that. So don't take internship for granted. And the last one on this slide is highlighted. Anita has talked about it. It is of no use spending time with your friends gossiping. You gossip tomorrow, you have to go back to gossiping. You gossip the next day, you have to go back to gossiping. You gossip the next day, you have to go back to gossiping. Once you begin to create an environment for gossip, you will get people of your kind. But when you say, I don't have time for this, the people know that there's a limit to which you can go. We are all human beings. There are days when you see, and I still see, who would you share, blah, 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 blah. Oh, who would you share, blah, 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 blah. were about 5 of us. We used to perform at entertainment. I knew I was going to do entertainment. I knew I was going to be an actress. I knew I was going to be on television. But how to get there was what I didn't know. So, please harness whatever you think your vision is. Harness it. It will not start bam. When I left SS, I thought that, oh, I could go and audition. And I said this, I think, with Umbrella Show. Before that, I said, I did a video and talked about it. I wanted to be an actress so bad. When I was at SS in 2002, I started going for auditions. But there was one man who was always at the audition grounds. He would say, as for you, if you don't do what I want you to do, I will not give you any movie role. And truly, that man never gave me a movie role because I refused to sleep with him. But fast forward 2018, I have friends now who produce movies. I speak to movie makers all the time. Do you think that if now I say, please, cast me for Eagle Walker Pass, they won't cast me? No, do you think they won't cast me? They will cast me. So imagine if I had slept with that man and maybe I didn't have, I just wanted to be an actress. It's not like I had the talent. And they didn't use me. Somebody has used me for free. And I still didn't become an actress, or I still didn't become a big brand, or I still didn't make the name. Now I can walk confidently and say, you never slept with me. I tell people in my office that if there's anybody at the multimedia group that can say, as for this girl, we slept with her before giving the job, I'm waiting for the person. The media space is such that, and she can attest to that, that if you begin to sleep around, you have to sleep your way through. Because Kwesichum owns multimedia before Junior owns EIB. And Kwesichum has delegated people. So Kwesichum, when I said MGL, the person who was my boss has left. So imagine a new boss came and said, as for you, I don't like you. So I want to sleep with you. Then I'll go and sleep. When Kwesichum sacks that one too, the next one comes. And as for you, before I put you on TV again, I want to sleep with you. You will sleep, and sleep. And you know what that makes you? It means that you are so worthless. You don't merit what you're doing on television, or you don't merit what you have as a person, because you had to chip in yourself to get it. And so because of that, you don't work hard. You know what you say? But the man I slept with is still there. He will defend me. All I need to do is to sleep with him. That's what you say. And you see that maybe somebody like Anita, who is not sleeping around, is building on her skill. Then they'll put Anita in your position. They'll realize that you've been sleeping. And they say, oh, we don't want mzgee on the TV again because we realize representation is whack. Then I go to the man, so, baby, they start you. Where do I start from? The bottom. My father still told me something, and that's one of the things, and he says, he's never heard that hard work has killed anybody. Do you know anybody who said this? They said died from hard work. Hard work never kills anybody. It's never killed anybody. It won't kill you. You'll be the first person. Hard work doesn't kill. In fact, hard work enriches you. Hard work prepares you for every other place that you go. People work with people because they are hardworking, not because they look beautiful. People work with people because they can produce results. In my office, you know what we say? Effort, we don't care. Results is what we care about. So we don't do, they say go and interview Sarkodie. Say, I've been trying to reach Sarkodie. I've called his number, he's not picking. Nobody will reward you for that. You reward results. Bring the interview with Sarkodie. Let's see, you have done the Sarkodie interview. If you come with that and say, HR, I spent this amount, they will pay you. Nobody pays anybody for saying I made an effort. And me, the interns who work in my office, I'm sure they might not like me because I will drag you. Like I am a very terrible person to work with. And it shows in my work. People say that, and Bella told me that, says there's no interview I do that doesn't trend. It is not because I set my mind, but I need to get a story. And I go into my interviews with that mindset. And so you need to leave a mark. So that tomorrow, if you are not there, say, there was a certain girl called Esimesi. When she was here, the work that she used to do, I have yet to see somebody who does that. People ask me, I don't know other entertainment reporters are doing this. There are.
Not to cut you. I want to say something that happened in my office yesterday.
Okay.
So our entertainment desk, after our broadcast, we have a meeting on it. And every time they are being criticized. And one did the same thing. And the moment you said it, it just broke my mind.
So and it's hard work. I did, and let me use Wenishe as an example. I didn't set to ask Wenishe who is she as Wenishe. When I'm interviewing people, I listen carefully. And BF Small was a concert I was going to. Anita, you'll be surprised I tell you that I didn't have questions in mind. Really. I went and when I got, I said, God, please help me. And most of the interviews I did, like Patapa, I didn't know that Patapa stopped out on VGMA. Because I went to VGMA, but I didn't enter the auditorium. I was so late that I was standing outside to get all my interviews. And he was just passing by. My colleague said, interview Patapa. So if you watch that interview critically, I started by with his outfit. And then he brought himself. I started with his outfit because I didn't know what to ask. I didn't know what had gone on. I said, and you need to be smart. When I started with his outfit, then he said, then Rebecca Fanti, I'll wild am I? So when I said, tell you wrong. I didn't ask a question. I said, tell you wrong because I didn't know what was happening. You see, I said, tell you wrong because I didn't know what was happening. And same with Wenishe. She gave me a reason to ask her who is she as Wenishe. I don't write questions when I'm going for interviews. I don't write the questions. They come. I saw Kwame Eugene on that day. I didn't know what to ask him. So you know what I started the conversation from? I started the conversation, here somebody was telling him that, hey, Kwame Eugene. So now you tell our whiskey that too. I was sitting down and asking. Then I remembered in my first question, I said, you remember the time you told me that you wanted to be a whiskey of Ghana? It means that you've already said become a whiskey. I didn't have a question in mind. I started the conversation on that note. And then we continued from there to his outfit. So as I'm sitting down, I'm listening to what you're saying. Look, in my mind, what's the next thing to ask? And you need to be sharp. Because the things that you're looking for, they are right in your face. But you need to be smart to take advantage of them. I'm sure that a lot of you can do a lot of businesses whilst you're schooling. Even if it's to sell achuga. That of it still there. Yeah. But now we have condensed milk. Yes. You can still prepare and sell. Don't you cook in your hostels? So people can sell that and make some money from it and not complain about how they don't have slippers to wear to the lecture hall, they can't pay their fees and all that. I used to sell ice water to buy provisions for myself to school. That's how far I have come. You see, the situation has not remained the same. It tells you that there's no condition that is permanent. It's just a phase. The way you treat the phase determines your next phase. So if you treat it like, oh, it's a permanent situation, oh, this one, I'll die in it, though. I'll die in it. I have to sell water all my life. I sold water with the mindset that then was the time for me to sell water. But you know what? You know me, I can sit there and tell myself that, Charlie, as for this level, I have passed it. Yes, because you truly know what it takes to pass there. Not because you put your hand between your legs and say, I have passed it, and you are still there. You will still be there. You don't say with your mother, you have passed it, and you are still there. So what comes to you easily, your flair, and you will know if you have future gratification guaranteed. The future gratification is, will you sell at the end of the day? Will you make an impact at the end of the day? Will people want to buy your services at the end of the day? The person who was MCing, I'm sure she started it like she's joking. But you see, that's how she'll be joking with this MCing thing. One day, you're doing your wedding, remember some 5 years, 10 years, but this girl spoke well, or she MC'd my wedding well. And maybe at that time, she will be elsewhere. You invite her to come and MC your wedding. She'll take it as a joke. So take the things that come to you naturally. Take the things that come to you naturally very, very seriously. Because those are the things that in the next few years will fetch you money. Look, I said initially, and I don't think you heard me, that the job market is choked. Truly, truly choked. Like, our banks are collapsing. Have you heard? Yes. People are going home. What do they resort to if they don't have anything they can do with their hands? And that's why I get excited when I see young ladies doing things, trying their hands on things. The job market is choked. Very, very choked. So very soon it's your skill, what comes to you naturally, what you do with your hands that will fetch you money. Because once you're waiting for another bank to employ you, there's somebody who is not leaving yet. Which position are you going to occupy? So whilst you wait, do something with your hand and make sure that whatever you are investing your time into will give you future benefits. You need to feed, you need to eat, you need to find somewhere to sleep, you need to wear good clothes, not expensive clothes, but good clothes. I still buy It's the job that we do. But until then, I'll buy phones. Because she won't give me free every day. I have to wear something another day. So I'll buy phones. Because that's what I can afford now. When I have the money to enter a shop and spend 2,000 on clothing, that time nobody will tell me that time has arrived. But until then, I'll still do my bend down boutique. I don't go to Accra to buy it, but they bring it and I buy. It still has the smell of food. That's the next slide. Okay, so search and research. Let's go to the next slide. Search and research. Ask questions. I'm glad you guys were asking questions. Ask questions. Look, if the time I was in poly or even in Gimpa, we had the opportunity to have interactions with seasoned people, I'm not sure some of the mistakes I made, I would have. So ask questions. No question is a stupid question. Ask questions. Ask people, speak to people, engage people who are higher than you. Me, I still engage people, and if the auntie will tell you, yeah, this when her office is closed on my office, I go there and I go and say, Auntie Gifty, Mommy, I want to do this. Mommy, I want to do that. And see, you register in their minds. I'm just bringing this back. When Gifty Auntie was opening her new studio, she has a new setup now. Friday morning, it was the 20th of last month. She called me 6 a.m. I missed the call, so I returned because it says at 10 a.m. to about 12, I am launching my new studio. I just want you to pass through. You're being a burden on my heart. So come, see what she told me, say come, so that when they are dedicating the studio, you can tap into my blessing. Hey! If the answer come and tap into a blessing. When I was late, I went to stand by the door. For 20 minutes I was standing by. I said I wouldn't go. I was locking, so somebody opened the door. Look at what will happen. She remembered something I had done and told the pastor who was praying. Anita, for 20 minutes I was on my knees. The man was blessing me. And this is how you register. She told him, I said, after this girl did this thing for me, she's become a burden on my heart. And the small things you do, like the errands you run when you become interns, proteges to people and all that, it would become a burden on their heart. When they don't bless you, their heart is not free. So make sure that you ask questions. Try and tarry here. Not every day sit by Kumkumbagia. I'm sorry, it's my network though. Kumkumbagia and what's the new one? Push run. Mind you, I'm the one who speaks for how many of you watch it? So can you hear Sona's voice in my voice? So but yeah, I do all that for small money. You say, oh, I'm a bigger than this bad. Oh, sorry, that's JQ. Oh, you didn't mean JQ, eh? Oh, you know JQ? Yeah, you are old. There was a sound engineer, JQ, he breaks bottles. She just broke a bottle. Every song you get, JQ, and then the bottle will drop. Yeah, so that's JQ. But I do all that for, you know, sometimes I have to record Sona's voice till 12 midnight for peanuts. But you know what? That peanut, you buy fuel in my car. I can save that peanut and buy a new shoe for myself. So like one, and that is you. It is hard work. So I'm the one who speaks for Sona. I don't follow the story, but I speak for Sona. So do something with your time. Manage your time profitably. I still work for the multimedia group, but I go to the recording studio to speak for Sona. For peanuts, like I said. But you never know who is listening to Sona's voice. And say, I want this Sona person to record something for me and will pay me maybe more than what Sona is fetching me at the multimedia group. So don't take for granted these small opportunities. Like I said to you, there's nothing like a small opportunity. Every opportunity counts. How you use it to your benefit. Have you seen anybody who said they say job experience? Says my job experience is that I went looking for a job and I didn't get in. So please take me for the first time. Your job experience, you might not have 1 year, 3 years, but you can have internship. I intern here 3 months. I intern here 3 months. I intern here 3 months. If you add all those 3 months, you might get more than 1 year job experience. Do you know that? So don't take internship for granted. And when you go knocking on a certain door, say for instance, I wanted to work at the multimedia group. I knew that it was one of the biggest multimedia companies in Ghana. I knew I wanted to work there. So when I was at Bond and I had made a little money, I had bought a car on bank loan. tell you a lie. When I went for bond, you're entitled to loan. So I took the company loan, bought myself a car, paid off, and walked out of the company to work at multimedia, not knowing where my next bread will come from. I'll say this here. Michael is here. He's a very good friend. You know, he used to insult me. Michael, I used to go to Michael for fuel. Me catch was a man judge, man, Wednesday. Me catch was a media, man, Skebian. Me catch was a man judge, man, Wednesday. Michael was one of the first people to start congratulating me. You're doing well. Hey, when I hear your voice on radio, when I hear your reports here, so take note. People will not buy into your vision when you begin to tell them about it because they don't know what is burning your buttocks. They don't know how the thing is burning your heart. See, I worked in the multimedia group in 2014 with no intention of taking something because I'm not an intern, I'm not on their payroll, but I knew I had a passion for this. So I worked 1 year, 6 months, not even transportation. But I was driving a car. At a certain point, I'll park. There's no money to buy fuel. That's how bad it was. But when the time got there, and I keep repeating, I called the shots. I said, this is how much I want to take for working for you. Because I have sacrificed already. So please, when you go and knock on a certain door that this is where you want to work, you want to do internship, they don't take you. Don't go back with your hands empty. Go back there when you want to say you want to work, for instance, I wanted to do media, but I went to work at Bond. I did front desk credit admin for 2 years before I went back to the media. So go back with something extra. Go back and knock on the same door. You never know. There might be change of leadership. There might be a need for you. There might be something that will just work for you the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time that you have gone. We have been rejected by me. Personally, I've been rejected by a lot of media houses. A lot of them. That felt that I didn't have a slender body. They felt that some of the people, the funny one, they felt that I don't know how to slay. I don't have an accent. And so I cannot work in their field. They need somebody with an accent, even within my own circle. So you just need to be fair and make sure that you're asking the right question. Like the next one, I've even talked about the next one. Take a class, get education if possible. More money from me. So please make sure that you seek some more education, even if it is informal. Now, develop a skill to match your passion. Rehearsal is very, very key. This job that we do, there are times, Anita, it's crazy, but there are times I stand in front of the mirror, I say, KSM must interview me, so I'm imagining doing an interview with KSM. You do that as well? I do that. There are days when I say, hey, if I meet this person, this is how I'm going to do the interview. I'm standing in front of my mirror, me and my mirror. So you need to rehearse. Make your passion match with the skill. Rehearse it. I stand in front of the mirror every time and I do myself interview. So if you're asked this question, what will you say? If you want to talk about this like this, when people invite me to places, I make sure that I know what I'm going to talk about. Because you never know who is listening and will recommend me. So make sure that whatever passion you have, it matches the skill that is required. Don't say I want to be on TV. Anita, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. Then they give you the opportunity. What is the biggest story in, say, entertainment? I don't know. I don't follow the stories though. Really? Like that's a put off for me. You can't tell me that. You want to be a presenter, you don't know the stories. I don't do political stories, but I try very hard to keep myself apart, to keep myself abreast at what is happening in the political circles. Because you never know when anybody will meet you and say, today what happened in the news? You should be able to, even if you cannot tell the full story, tell the headline you saw. Tell the first 2-3 lines of the headline. Try to understand. So my husband, I always worry him because he is in the general news. I said, I've heard people talk about what does it even mean? I want to know so that when I enter a certain place, they don't see me because you say you're a showbiz presenter. Who names me? Apart from the fact, I know my level. Why rain album? Why that way you can rattle it. Know things beyond your comfort zone. It will help you. It comes in very handy. So that when tomorrow you go somewhere, so we don't need the skill, but if you have that skill, I don't know if you've seen application, they say, multiple language, it's a plus or something. So they say you must be able to speak English, but if you know any other language, it's a plus. You go for an interview with that person, you can only speak languages like tree, gang, blah 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 maybe if I learned it would have been better. But don't really be hard on yourself. Just make sure that whatever thing you're looking for, you have a skill that matches that passion. Not so that you don't go and look like an ignoramus anywhere you find yourself. And so, set timelines for development. Okay, so first learn and network with the best. So look for role models. They might not always have your time. We're also busy. We're also looking for role models. We're also chasing people. So we might not always have your time. But be persistent. One day, we'll have your time. There are days where I see lots of messages in my inbox. I'm also a human being. I might be under some pressure. I might not be in the mood to respond. But there are days also where I sit down and say today I'm responding to every message. So maybe one of those days when you've sent a message to, so I have somebody here. I wanted to mentor me. I sent her a message. She agreed and everything. Blah 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 blah. Till today, I've not seen her face. I've not given up. But once I know that there are multiple of her kind, I will jump to the next person. Maybe I'll be lucky. The next person will have my time. So if you target one person, yes, don't give up on that person. But make sure that you have other people that you're going to network with the best. Identify who you want to be better than. Not who you want to be like. When people say, I want to be like you, it's funny. You want to be better than me. Because that is what you should aim at. That tomorrow, I will say, oh, I know this girl. When she came, she was... I have a picture of one vision. I sent it to him recently. I said, I'll release this picture when you win the Artist of the Year. He says, oh, you shiny. But it's a picture of his bikini. It was my birthday in 2016 or 17. We were doing a studio session. And you know, he used to tie that bandana on his head. So I have a picture. I said, I'll release this picture when you become the Artist of the Year. But you know the excitement in my heart. The fact that I am happy that the guy from nowhere has become a household name. And I believe that he'll become the Artist of the Year next year. Wow. But it's hard work. Have you seen the back-to-back releases? If they tell you the story, I was hearing from Lindsay, say the guy doesn't sleep. And that is how much work you need to put into a passion. The guy has been hungry for ages, so when he got the opportunity, there's no room to disappoint anybody, not even himself. Look at the kind of people he's rolling with. They are like artists before Kwame Eugene Kiddy then came. But look at the people they are rolling with. They're playing his song, Kiddy song outside. There's no party you don't hear their songs. Like, count the number of songs you hear at a party. About 6 of them are from the Links Entertainment. Like, that I said Albert, they are there. I said Albert, people who, the way Ghanaians will be envying you because every show, there's either Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, or Miss Kiddy, every show in Ghana. But it won't start like that. I'm sure if Eugene was here to tell you a story, even Kiddy, they'll tell you a story of how bleak it was back in the day. But they work towards it, and once you hit it, once you hit the target there's no turning back. I'm telling you, mark it somewhere that Michi told you that when you hit the target, you will be calling shots. Today, nobody can invite. I know he's in, then he eats here in Jupiter. But I'm sure that he can tell them that this is what I want when I get to people. He's calling the shots. He's made the name. I'm sure Sarkodie can decide what he wants to do in it. I'm using this people because they're people I know, but I'm sure there are bankers and people who are being hired from places, and they are given certain privileges that people might have worked 20 years and will not get because of how they position themselves, because of how they work towards themselves, because of how they build themselves. So when you're doing your learning, consider these. That you meet people, like I said, from the university, that who think that they were better than you. Sometimes if you work yourself well or you work towards your development goal, they'll become your subordinates in the job or at the office because you've added value. So don't let that dampen your spirit at all. Set timeline for development and reviews. Track yourself. Me, I track myself with, I have a nose. So I say, hey, this week I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to. At the end of the week, hey, you have not been able to do this, you have not been able to do this, you have not been able to do that. And I'm so hard on myself. Be hard on yourself certain times. When you set timelines, make sure that you're doing. Otherwise, feel like, you know how I feel? And I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. I'm 34, she's 25. And here I'm meeting her, oh no, before she gets, she has like 9 more years to get to my age. She got, me, how many more years do I have to be doing, hey, hello Wendy, what's your name? Hello, how many more years do I have to do that? I don't have enough years to do that. So it means that I have to be thinking at this point. Because when you begin to give birth, you slow. So I need to be thinking. So think ahead, set timelines. Hey, I need to go here, I need to opportunities. I think I've said this before. Take advantage of every opportunity. She's also said that there's no opportunity that's small. And look at the last one. It says what? You know what? When people say, oh, she's very, very lucky. Oh, she's very, very lucky. Me, I have not been lucky. I've worked my way for everything that I've had. There's grace. I believe in God. She says so. I believe in God so much. But you see, you can enter the church and pray from morning to night. If you don't prepare yourself and you go before an exam, you will still fail. Does it mean that God doesn't exist? No. So, work yourself to preparing for that day, because you don't know when that day will come. When you prepare and the opportunity hits you, it's jackpot. There's nothing like she's lucky, he was lucky, but they were prepared. And their time came, they took advantage of it. I think I have one last slide and I'm done. So, what are you supposed to do? Stick to what works for you. If A works for you, stick to A. Whatever works for you, stick to it. What doesn't work for you, don't go for it. Number 2 is work hard. Hard work has never killed anybody. I've been working hard, I'm still working hard. I hope to still work hard. It doesn't kill anybody. It rather gives results. And the third one is in red because it's very important. Pray for the weapons of our warfare. Hey, they're not church goers here, at least. But what? But the weapons of our warfare, but at least that place is okay. You know that everybody sitting down here may look like a human being, but you don't know what spirits they carry. The people you share rooms with, lecture halls with, you don't know what spirit they carry. Not necessarily, sometimes not necessarily them, you don't know what homes they are coming from. Some people are coming from homes that carry deities on their heads, fetish things on their heads and all that. And so, the weapons of our welfare, are not carnal. You need to pray. Believe in something, oh. Me, I believe in God. You can believe in juju, you can believe in whatever. But Kenny Kenya, cling to something, because this world is not as you see it. You can be prepared. The Bible says the chariots and horses and chariots are prepared for battle. But what? So you can be prepared for whatever reason, but you'll be going and that can't be picked to the interview, broke down on the road, spent 30 minutes on the road fixing that. By the time you get there, they've closed the doors to the interview. Weren't you prepared? But there was an obstacle on the way. So please, that's how I'll end. That the weapons of our welfare are not carnal. And also, the horses and chariots are prepared for battle. The victory lies in the hands of the Lord. Everything you do, commit it to God. Commit it to whichever thing you believe in. I know some people might be Muslim. So if you are Muslim, commit it to Allah. If you think that fetish work for you, please commit it to it. Whilst me, I do my prayer. So cling to something, because something must work for you. Because it's a spiritual atmosphere. Thank you very much.
Give us the closing remarks.
Wow. How I wish we would continue and get more from our bed. But before I'll give the closing remark, I want to say one thing. Forgive my voice, I'm suffering from a little bit. Last semester, before I contested for the Women Commissioner post, my parents were trying to be in some way hard on me, where I would call home and ask for money and they would give me excuses. Sometimes I would just stay in my hostel and cry as if my parents don't love me. But one day, I was just lying on my pillow and this idea came with me. Why don't you start a business? I have a fridge, I was paying prepaid, and even money were not free from home for me to even get stuff to fill this fridge. Students enjoy sogolo on campus. Why don't I do this sogolo and put it in the fridge? When I'm coming to class, I'll bring it and sell. And trust me, this business was fetching me money that I never knew I was going to get. Then, all of a sudden, I heard of women commissioners' forms being opened. I had a lot of profits, so I just grabbed that opportunity, took some of my profits, bought the form, and here I am. So imagine if I was always relaxing on my parents, who were even finding it difficult to send me money to feed on campus, I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. I really admire this lady on campus, Hadia. She's very, very good. And really, she inspired me. My secretary here, thank you. She's very good. I said in my manifesto that whenever it's a Akaba week, we will give free stand to students. She's out there selling Indomie. Other students came to me and they asked for stand and they are doing business. I believe a lady must work to get her own money rather than depending on boys, and boys will be misusing them and, abusing them. So please, my lady, with what we have learned from our guests, let's continue. Even, as I'm still the women commissioner, I still sell. I have some of my mates here. And one day a guy approached me, Tina, what at all do you want on this end? You have the women commissioner post that they are giving you monthly allowance and you are selling. And I told him that the rich is always rich. Yes, because they are always planning to make avenues for other things. And the poor will always sleep and be dependent on other people. So ladies, we can work. We have to stop these bosses misusing us, sleeping with us because of one job that they will give us. I'm here to motivate us. So Kampusstyle told me, Tina, I want to do this women empowerment, and I also had it in mind. I said, why not? Let's do a collaboration and I'll bring it on board. And I believe that my ladies, you have learned a lot today. So, Madam Chair, our distinguished guests, I'm very, very grateful for honoring our invitation and motivating us today. I say, God richly bless you. And to my ladies, God richly bless you.
God richly bless us for making a point to be clear. At this point, shall we welcome on stage the CEO of Kampusstyle, KTU, for the presentation of citations. I want to applaud.
Because it's a ladies program, I don't want to talk that much. I'm not talking. Okay, so we only present the citation to our beautiful speakers. So I like to for the Anita.
Akuffo, from every smiling face and every grateful heart, from every touched destiny, every inspired soul, from every improved lifestyle, every foundation, every hope restored and faith revived, from all who have been touched and have embedded on our trip. We deliver this gratitude to our gratitude and ours. God bless you for supporting us.
So we do sing for our beautiful queen.
evening. We thank you for your protection and your guidance throughout the day in this program. If it hadn't been you, what would we have been? But for your grace and your mercy, we are here once again to work on this. Father, we thank you so much for this, our sisters. Some will call it mothers, some will call it aunties. We thank you for their lives. We thank you for protecting them and bringing them here safely. Father, Lord Jesus, as they are going, may you protect them, guide them, preserve them, promote them in every endeavor they find themselves. Father, Lord Jesus, as our students are going back to their various hostels, may you protect them too, provide for them, promote them in everything they do, give them the knowledge and understanding in everything that they enter here, so that at the tail end, glory and honor that you always deserve will be given to you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
How did you feel before coming to this program?
Well, when I was coming, I was expecting to have a good time, have fun, at the same time, you know, be able to interact with the ladies. Yeah, and it was an awesome experience. I can say coming all the way from Accra to Akuffo was worth it.
So, what would you say about Kampusstyle? How do you think they've done it?
Well, I think they should be doing more of such programs. Yes, because most of the time when I go to school, there are schools in Accra. So I was glad when we were actually going outside Accra, and I think they should be doing more. I'm looking forward to going to other regions with Kampusstyle, and I think a lot of people need to watch out. I mean, they are doing great.
Gloria, Apkene, Nyaku, Aqua, because Aqua is my husband's name, so I have to add it. But my surname is Nyaku.
Okay, so you're an LA?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, same here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I should see another number 9.
Yeah, Dalali.
Efonama.
Okay.
Like a Nyagbia.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so how did you feel before coming to the program?
Well, I knew that we were going to have a great time, of course, interacting with students. So I knew that my kids' sisters, you know, would be excited to see somebody come to speak to them because they are young and bubbly and all that. So I knew that we're going to have a great time coming here. I didn't have any doubts in my mind. And I'm more grateful to all the students for the reception they've given us. They were willing to listen, had questions to ask, engaged us, and that's beautiful. We didn't have that in our time. And so it's a beautiful experience for us.
Okay, so how would you rate Kampusstyle for, like, to be able to organize this program? How would you rate them?
Beautiful, amazing, very, very well thought through, very, very well executed. You know, when we got the invitation, I was wondering how we're going to leave Accra to get here. But they said, we're going to pick you up. I said, that's fantastic. At least I don't get to drive. I get to rest while somebody drives. The beautiful thing also is that they said, don't do your makeup. When you come, we get somebody to make you up. So it was well thought through, knowing that the people that we're dealing with needed to be taken care of. And for the first time, getting an invitation out of Accra to a program, I think I've been well pampered, and I got a citation at the end of the day too. Very beautifully done. Congratulations to Kampusstyle.
So do you feel you've impacted some knowledge to the young ones?
I hope so. I've spoken my bit. Now it's left for them to take their part. I have shared my story. I've given out a lot for me, and I just hope that they are able to, you know, grab it, work with it, and become better than I have become.